So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me something. Line left.
On 1st down, Dillon. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well.
Let's go.
First down.
They run again with Peyton. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. Check 24. Check 24. Spot. Spot. No.
On 2nd down, Dillon. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now it's Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. The end result, 21 yards.
Let's go.
Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
A 1st down run, not going to get him a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run with a Hall of Famer, Peyton, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Check the 50. Rip right. Safe. Line left. Begin.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Ready. 95, 56, 95, 56. 5-9. Check three.
Ooh, with a juke. He's got a first down past the 30. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
He's checking. Crash.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Let's go. Let's bring it. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. 42's mark. 42.
Now Breeze. That'll be complete to Cook. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Breeze now to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Back in the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Let's go. Bring it on.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Rodgers. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Aqib Talib, the veteran Pro Bowler, there to get a hand in, knock it away.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
56, right there.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. His first catch of the divisional round goes for a 1st down. He had 5 catches last week in their wild card win.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, Packers.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go. Shift. Watch the shift.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Check, 47. Double dog. That's the way. Over. Lucky. Hey, check 24. Joker.
They'll run on 1st down. Dillon, and he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Check 13. Slay. Pick the edge. Go. Challenge.
On 2nd down now, Dillon. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Tighten up. Hey, flag.
On 1st down, Dillon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Right there.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Check safety. Check 9. You go tight. You got tight. Right there. Out.
Running it here with Peyton. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On 3rd down, Dillon. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on 1st down, but the defense does not budge on 2nd and 3rd.
Brings up 4th down.
They're going to line up to go for this on 4th down. Rodgers stays on the field.
47's the mic. 47's the Orville. Go. 47's the mic. Check pass. Mike's 43.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got to hook up to Lazard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. They'll run on 1st down. Dillon. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Ship.
On 2nd down, Dillon. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
To throw is Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn to either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, Haywood.
Here's Breeze to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Traquan Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Check. Switch. Alert 3.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
First and 10 at the 28-yard.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Throwing on first down is Breeze. It's caught. Smith. A big play there on the catch and run. 46 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they'd take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Hey, Zoo, you kill. Yes.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, 26 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Lutz with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
From the 29, Rodgers, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Breeze now. Eluding the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
Opposite.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. It was Darnell Savage that time who was able to knock it away. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go, here we go.
Bree's going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
11. Hey, easy. Hey, exit. 58, boy, 58.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kenny Clark, his 2nd sack of the night.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
54, Mike, 54. Here we go. Check three. Kill. Inside. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
They run it again with Williams. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Wall. Get wall. Show it. Check 25.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
47 is the mic. You must be
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Breeze will try again on second down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6.
Bravo.
To throw, it's Breeze. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Everson Griffin able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Rodgers. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Aqib Talib. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
That's right, right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Check 4, check General West. Kill.
Now Breeze. Lost the football. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. They'll have a 1st down past the 40. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 39 yards there, a big one. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
We are going. Under 10.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. One quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check 31, check 31.
On the ground, this is Williams.
He's crashing. He's checking.
Escapes the defender. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Watch the safety creep. Check 90. Wipe up.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
Check it back.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. They go for just one here as it's up and good. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Third and long now after the sack of Breeze, and the Saints up against it here.
Hey, easy. 36. Go.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And he finds Cook. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Yellow lady. 53.
Breeze now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down.
Kill. Hey, team 6.
Shotgun now for Breeze. It's caught by Sanders. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
The tackle made back at the 37-yard line.
Protein spill. Check 50. Good. I-4, ready. Watch out. 6-6, pull it.
Again, it's Murray. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now. He's been terrific so far. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
First down, Green Bay.
18. Box it, box it, box it, box it.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Crunch time, defense. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. Here we go. Check, check, lucky.
Rodgers now, throwing again. Looking deep for Adams. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Packers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Mike 7. Jumper, 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 jumper. Kill. Right.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Check safety. Check 9. You go tight. You got out. You got tight right there. Out. Kill.
They'll run it with Williams. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Check 3.
Williams. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
It's just me and you.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Check, 47. Target. Back to one. Hey, watch it. Check 52. Watch the eye. 22 jet bombers. 22.
They'll run it with Williams. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
The 2-yard line.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Switch. Back. Slam. Uncle, over here. Shit. Hey, watch the shit.
Williams will try again, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Rodgers pass intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Pick it up. 56, the mock boy. 56. Check 56.
One final try now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Well, one side moves on, and then, of course, there's the other side. And now they face what they don't want to face, and that's the offseason.
Think about the journey just getting to this game. Preseason, right? The OTAs and mini camps before that. Going through the regular season, fighting and scratching and clawing to make it to the playoffs. And then to get to this game, one game short of a conference championship, they'll have the whole offseason to think about it. Let's see if they use it as motivation.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.